Shalom, y'all. This is how I'm sorry, man. Listen, y'all. It's my fourth time trying to do this video. So let me give y'all a little introduction. This is my TV. That's me and my wife back in, well, it says 2018, but that ain't when we took that picture. Hell no. That's my dog, Capone. Fat man. Fat man. That's Fat man. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. He don't want to say hi. Mad at me. Yeah, this is my little room, right? Chill spot. But so I have my camera on this thing that oscillates. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna put my camera up here, right where I got this Mountain Dew at. I don't want to hear it. Don't say nothing. I want y'all to look at this video. This guy from the 70s saying this stuff that he used to do, right? And he say one thing real crazy. I'm trying to, it's kind of long, so I'm gonna just play it. I might just have to do this video in parts, because I gotta go help somebody out real quick who, the lady dad dying. I know her dad, so she asked me could I put some carpet down for her, so I told her I would. So, I like my ceiling. Yeah, let me get out the way. That's my ceiling. So what I'm gonna do, hold on, this shit right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this video on. I'm gonna let y'all watch it and listen to it, and let y'all hear this man say the stuff he's saying. That's my chair. I actually sleep in I don't even get my own bed. Oh yeah, and this right here, that's Ziggy. Ziggy. See, I haven't fished a while, but that's Ziggy. Everything's automated in my house. So okay, but I'm wondering, should I turn on my sound bar? All right, I'll do it like this. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this. Y'all tell me what you think. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing he gonna tell y'all to say is that Christianity is idolatry, like I've been saying. But that's here and there. I'm gonna sit this here. I'm gonna look and make sure y'all can see it. We gonna rock out. All right, y'all can see it. Cool. And I know you can hear it. All right, let's go.
Spirit worship and engaged in the occult and supernatural. Everything that Roger reveals in this interview comes from his experiences in the early 1940s, and he made some frighteningly accurate predictions about global events that are taking place now. This interview was recorded in the mid-90s.
What's wrong, Flat Baby? You alright? What the hell? Oh, wait a minute. Did I do that? I know I didn't.
He told me, hey.
Alright, y'all. Sorry.
I thought it would be fantastic to tell you. Shit. He said, I am affiliated with people.
Sorry, y'all.
Spirits of the dead. How would you like to talk to the spirit of your dead mother? And I was shocked. I was shocked. He said you would be afraid of talking to the spirit of your dead mother, would you?
While still in
Roger
Morneau became involved in the worship of demons. In this two-part series, Roger gives us a first-hand account of his harrowing brush with the powers of darkness, and ultimately his divine rescue. Conducting this exclusive interview are Dan and Karen Houghton of Heart Research Center. Let's now join the Houghtons and Roger Morneau as we together enter part one of a trip into the supernatural.
How in the world did you ever get involved in praying to demon spirits?
Well, when I came out of the Navy after World War II, I was looking for a pick up a trade in Montreal, Canada. And at that time, I ran across a fellow that had been on a particular ship with me. And he said, hey, Marlon, you're alive. How nice to meet you. He says, I had dinner tonight. I said my boss gonna have evening off because I was the assistant to the Windsor bowling alleys and billiard. It's the high class place in Montreal where all the dress manufacturing people go and relax. So I got the evening off and I went out, we went out to have dinner. He told me, hey, I got something fantastic to tell you. He said, I am affiliated with people that speak with the spirits of the dead. How would you like to talk to the spirit of the dead mother? And I was shocked. I was shocked. He said, you would be afraid of talking to the spirit of your dead mother, would you? Well, I said, I'll tell you what, I would have to give that some thought. That's something I never thought about before in my life.
Most of us probably haven't, though afraid of something like that.
Well, he said, you know, it's written all over your face. You're afraid of going to a seance. But he says, I know you, you're gonna come. And then he started telling me how brave I was when I was at War Ship, you know, different things. He says, you're not the same man, you've changed. You're chicken. That's all I needed to hear. I said, when do we go to a seance? So one Saturday evening, we were in the place. It was her first time, very beautiful place, medium, was a lady. She had a gorgeous new home in Montreal. And there were about 20 invited guests there, which I was one of them. And she communicated with the spirits for there's different people there. And you're telling them what the spirit said. And then there was one lady that had been talking almost continually before the seance started, and she didn't believe in the dead appearing and all of this and all that, and she said, well, I would have to see my dead sister just to believe it. So while this seance was going, one man said, I would like to talk to my friend that died 6 months ago, but I don't want him to appear. Just want to talk to him. Because he says, I don't trust you talking to my friend for me. So the medium says, let me inquire of the spirit. Yeah, the spirit will talk with you. And that big masculine voice was heard in the place. It says, hi Frank. It's nice of you to ask for me to talk with you. And they had a little chat. And after it was over, Frank says, this is the greatest thing on earth, to be able to talk with the spirits of the dead. Then the medium said, we have a very special surprise tonight for you people. A spirit will manifest itself openly here in a few minutes. And it's like a big gust of wind hit the building. And right through the wall. And the lights weren't terribly bright, they were like living room lights. A couple of floor lamps, maybe some of these. And that translucent being seemed to come right out of the wall.
How did you feel right at that moment?
It's almost like my heart stopped a little bit. You know, it's a very weird feeling. So it was a lady in a beautiful evening gown, floor length. And she said to Mary, my dear sister, you are so wonderful to have asked for me. And Mary fainted and fell right off her chair on the floor. And the couple guys jumped up and picked her up and spirit gone. And that was the beginning of it.
That's how you got into it.
Yeah. So but after a while, you see, there's something interesting about the human mind. You can adjust to an awful lot of stuff. You can adjust to a lot of things that would terrify you to begin with. After a while, they become common and ordinary.
So you mean contact with the supernatural can become commonplace and ordinary and doesn't bother anybody?
In other words, the more that you do it, you're not uncomfortable.
That's
it's
right.
just not an uneasy feeling.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about
Then
it?
I got into a secret society that worship the spirits. You see.
Well, how is that different from the seance, Roger?
It happens that the seance, I'm not involved in many ways. But when you get into a secret society, spirit worshippers, then, and especially when you're invited there by the direction of the higher ups in the spirit world, you never get out of there alive.
Don't buy another pair of glasses until you've seen what this
Oh,
new
let's skip
invention
this.
can do.
Oh,
These
come on.
self-adjustable glasses are taking the world by storm. They let you achieve a perfect
Put my
20/20
remote at?
vision at any distance.
Sorry, y'all.
Which means
I
you
forgot
won't
about
have to
these
visit
stupid
your eye
documents.
doctor ever again. They were created by an optician who dedicated his life to providing a solution for myopia, hyperopia.
Be
and
nice, I knew I put my remote.
The story of John Mayer's discovery began 3 years ago after thousands of eyeglass
remote.
prescriptions. He noticed a trend. As people get older, they need to change their glasses way too often. And when you're nearsighted and farsighted,
Oh, here it
you
is.
need to have
Sorry,
pairs
y'all.
of glasses with you. But having to carry
And it's exactly what my friend and I were up against. We didn't know anything about. And there was a very, very popular big band leader,
Jazz
jazz
musician.
band, yeah, very famous. He played a lot in Montreal, Canada, Vancouver, the big cities. And one night we went to one of these seances, and he was with his wife. You know, the spirit had told him what to do. Spirit told him, there's two of these guys, give the name, and your wife will want to talk, will make it so that your wife will want to talk to the medium when you say that you want to go home because you're tired. As soon as you see that these guys are starting to want to leave, then leave with them at the same time. And as you get outdoors, you ask them if they're driving. They'll say no, they're going to take the tramway a couple blocks away. At least you invite them to get in your car with you, and that you will take them to a fancy restaurant and treat them to some good food and talk about the merchant navy. And that's what the guy did. And there we were going to this plush restaurant, pulled into a little alley, and I can still see like it was yesterday. Just enough room to get the car, back alley, that happened to give on a restaurant that was in St. Catherine's Street, the main street from Montreal. And it was right in the evening.
So Roger, you're at this restaurant. What happened?
Well, after we were seated, and entering there, the place was just full, packed tight. But there was a couple of tables against a wall that had a reservation sign on it. And the owner of the place recognized the band leader and came and said good evening, and you gentlemen on a table. So you're one of the reserve people. So we sat there, and we had our favorite alcoholic beverages, you know. And as we talked, the manager says, how long have you fellas been involved in sorcery? And he chopped us a little bit, and I said, exactly what do you mean? Well, he said, you know, what you people are doing, talking to the supposed spirits of the dead. He says, this is silly.
And this man had been at the seance with you,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and he's telling you that it's silly what you just done.
But see, my wife says, goes to these seances because she gets comfort and she gets something good out of it, good feeling out of it. And she lives for what the spirits of the dead, you know, are going to say that the future is going to be like. To me, he says, I can't bother with this stuff. He says, I want power, I go right to the source of power.
Y'all hear him, right?
He says, how do you think that I became famous the way that I am?
You hear him, right?
And I said, you must have had some good luck. Well, he says, there's no such thing as good luck. He says, there's either some power working for you somewhere, or you don't get ahead in this world. Not my type of occupation. So it went from there. We got talking about spirit worship.
Did it intrigue you? Or did it make you want to find out more about what exactly he was talking about?
Yeah. So he said the supposed spirits of the dead that you're talking with are demon spirits. Your fallen angel. beautiful beings.
Just set it out, just like
Oh
that.
yeah.
It didn't make you uneasy when he said they were
Well,
sentient?
it shocked you a little bit. You know? Something that you first hear mentioned to you. He said, you guys have got a great future ahead of you. Because we've been told, the high priest of our society, secret society, has been told that the master has very special plans for you.
Now, what did he mean by the master?
Satan. And we were interested to hear more about it. And he told us, he says, look, we worship spirits. We worship Lucifer and all his angels. It's just as beautiful as they did before they were cast out of heaven. He says there was a misunderstanding in the whole.
That's a lie right here. He says he gonna start telling lies, but y'all gotta
And he says our master was misunderstood.
just listen.
And God did not bear with him like he does with people that make mistakes today. So we're in a warfare, good against evil. And we happen to be the evil ones, but we're not that bad. He says, I look at this business between the force of good and evil. He says, you believe in, one person believes in God, everyone believes in Lucifer. It's like politics.
So the great controversy is real. And you heard someone talk about it that's on the other side.
And to these people, they are sold to the fact that Christ will not return to this planet of power and great glory. He's going to abdicate all things to the planet. God is, the high priest once said that Christ will abdicate all things to the planet because he knows that it is lawfully and rightfully his. And at that time he says, Lucifer, he mentioned Lucifer a lot of times, but he mentioned Satan also. He says, the master, usually they like to talk about the master will resurrect his people from the grave.
Now, George is telling you all this, or the high priest?
George.
George. Okay, when the evening wound down, and you're putting a cap on all that, you guys had consumed some alcohol.
Yeah.
And did you feel like that it was kind of a one-shot deal? You didn't know if it ever happened again? What happened?
Well, he said, no, I said, listen guys, he said, I like to have, he says, meet some of our people. What about next week, Wednesday evening? I'll pick you up at your place and you're invited to one of our services.
Services? Like a church service?
Yeah, something sort of that. It's a testimonial to the spirits, or how the spirits have blessed your life. So, when we left there, I said to myself, this guy's from. I'm not going to hear from him again, you know. But it was true. Wednesday night came, he was there with his big Lincoln, step in, and we went to one of the most beautiful area of Montreal. And the place was a mansion. A mansion is usually very large. We call this a small mansion. It was beautiful, most beautiful place.
Roger, your friend George took you and Roland to this mansion where people worship the demons.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like there? What kind of people were there?
Well, it was a big surprise for me, as I kind of made up in my mind an idea that they were going to be rough-looking characters. But as we entered the place, I was amazed to see that they were all very well dressed, well mannered, and that a lot of the people, as we were being introduced to people, were professionals, doctors, attorneys, a lot of business people. And see what they had a praise session to the gods, which is the spirit counselors, which are in charge of legions of spirits, demon spirits, and they talk about what the Lord of their lives has done for them, because they call us particular spirits, like the god Nehushtan, which you read in 2 Kings about the Israelites worship the golden serpent that Moses had made. Well, behind this spirit worship, behind that, they were worshiping the serpent. They were actually worshiping this spirit Nehushtan. And the same spirit nurse guys, the priest was telling us that the medical doctor was telling us how he was making operations that had never been made before because people had to be awake, yet have no feeling. He was able to, carry on with surgeries that had not been done before. But the spirits would give that capacity to be able to operate without even feeling any pain. And also without no problem with the blood because as he would cut his incisions, the ring open and with no blood running. So he could do work that has not been done before. So,
Now, I recall reading in your book that at this praise worship service they would sing hymns. Why would they sing hymns in a demon worship?
yeah, this was kind of a big surprise to me when that took place. The priest said, hey, let's go down to the worship room of the gods and have the praise session, a singing session.
Listen.
So we go down there, and what do you think they pass around? Church hymns. Christian church hymns. And I couldn't believe this. I said, what's this business? So the priest says, well now, he says, for those of you that are new, let me tell you that this is the most feasible way, he says, to please the spirits, is to deride Christ and his people, and his church and all that. So they sing out of Christian hymns.
They didn't sing Christian words to the hymns, however.
Well, they changed a lot of them. Yeah, it's a form of blasphemy. Such as is today in the rock music world. You see the entertainers, they have these crosses. Ladies got earrings, crosses. The guys got cross. This is a form of blasphemy, a form of deriding Christ. You see, spirits causing people to do that, to find pleasure in wearing this type of emblem, which is the cross, the emblem of the crucifixion of Christ for the Christians.
So what were your impressions the first time you went down into that worship room?
Well, it was, we've been there maybe half a dozen times, and the high priest told us after the meeting whether he wanted to talk to us, my friend and I. So after most of that, like he says, the master of my life has revealed to me that it is time for you people to become acquainted with the worship room of the gods. Well, we started to move toward a beautiful grand staircase. Beautiful. The banister was huge, it was massive, and the iron work that they had done was super. The beautiful decorations on the wall, the chandelier on the first landing. There was a first landing, about you go down about 8 or 10 steps, and you had the first landing. Was huge and beautiful. The light arrangement was the nicest I had ever seen in my life. When we got into this sanctuary area, it wasn't very brightly lit, but everything was magnified the beauty of certain things. Like a lot of the things were gold plated or gold trimmed. See, the little altars where they had the spirits that had materialized, they photographed them, and then they had paintings made of them. And there wasn't probably about 300 gold around the place.
Fell asleep, yo.
There was a little altar where you had incense and things that they
Those dogs. Oh, I'm tired.
prayer sessions.
Hold on, y'all.
Little spirits.
Bumble.
And that's how we got there. He said, solid gold.
Hold on, y'all.
It was a unique experience to see that.
So how did you feel when you walked into that room?
I felt that these people had power, and they had a lot of it.
Did that attract you?
Yes and no.
You had mixed feelings.
I have mixed feelings about it. Yeah. Because to a certain extent, things looked so good. It sounded so good to us. But you see, I've been brought up
Fontaine.
in a Christian home where my parents had told us we were each other in the family, and especially the older ones. My dad says, well, if you get involved in wrongdoing, you're going to have to pay the price. There's always a cause for everything. world. So
You
thought
go out to the back of
in my mind.
watch out.
Just how far you go is
You go to the back of the truck and get the vacuum. Excuse me. Get the vacuum out the back of the truck.
So it made you just a little bit nervous.
Put your coat on, jerk.
Oh yes.
But yet you kept going back.
Oh, there was no
It's
doubt.
warm outside.
Because that's what we're told.
You knew at that time.
Yeah.
So you were moving forward more on fear.
More furious because the high priest said that the master had special plans for us in our lives, and that no one ever went to the society unless they were invited by the states. So that was made very clear. He also expressed to us the danger, explained to us the danger of going against the will of the states. He mentioned about this one man and his wife, actually in a fireproof building. The place burned right down with him in it. He was one of their members that had decided that he wanted to think things over. He was not going to get initiated at the time that this Spirit said he would like him to be initiated into the society.
So in reality, Roger, you were chosen by high-powered demon spirits to be a part of their human, special, privileged group.
You see, these people in Montreal.
You hear that, right?
Like the priest mentioned, there's thousands
You gotta
spirit worshippers and only
listen to
in
key
society
things
that
he's
do
saying.
this work. But he says we are the elite. We know the real truth about the master and his angels. And they're not hideous looking beings, they are gorgeous creatures. And from the paintings that they have on the wall of the wall of the worship room, they were big beings. Especially there was a painting full size, full length painting of the fallen Lucifer above his altar. And that was very fascinating because he looked like a man of great intellect, high forehead, the way that he looked, his eyes, the way that the eyes looking. It gave you a depth of perception of somebody that's very, very knowledgeable.
Hold on.
Powerful.
So Roger, this high priest that you talked about,
Alright, hold on, y'all. So listen to what he just said. So Lucifer supposed to be a cherubim, remember? He just said that. Like a couple conversations back. Now he's saying that he looked like a man of high knowledge. And it tell you in the scriptures that Lucifer is a man, not a cherubim. You gotta be careful what you listening to. You gotta pull out. So a lot of shit he lying about, because the demons are not fallen angels. The demons are the disembodied spirits of the giants. They're here. They were left here to torment man. It's all in the scriptures. So a lot of stuff he's lying about, right? You know, to keep the status quo, but he's telling the truth about a lot of other stuff. So you gotta pay attention. You gotta pull the lies out of the truth. You're pretty much gonna know the lies, because the lies will be him. Let me make sure we still recording. I'm gonna be mad if this damn alarm clock. Oh no, then. Alright, so the lies will pretty much be the status quo, the same shit, the same stuff they always regurgitate. You know, the fallen angels, this, that, this, that, this, that, this. So I'm gonna vacuum this tea out my chair real quick, cause my stupid behind dozed off. Cause I don't want it to get stuck. Thanks for taking 200 years. Slow it. Where the cord? It's on the bed now. The cord. The cord. Boy, why don't you move fast this week? Lower hand. Alright, I'm gonna turn this back on, y'all, until I start vacuuming. It's only gonna take me a second though.
he's the one that ushered you down into the worship room. Was he also the one that led out in the praise sessions that you talked about?
Yes, and he had an assistant also, another priest.
Okay. Now, when you go to these praise sessions, what kinds of things happen at those sessions?
Well, there's a lot of success stories.
Positive mental attitude kinds of things?
Well, yes, a lot of success stories.
You know you don't like
The
that.
master.
So why you standing there?
is
You
for
don't
that.
like
I remember one lumber dealer, he had like half a dozen different operations across Quebec. And every touch seemed to turn to money. And he was telling about it. And then there's this other person that was the clairvoyant that would work only for the wealthy people.
I was tracking to some location. He was
Only for the super wealthy. He says, I have to know how
just
they
looking.
have
You
to
was daddy.
let them pay.
You know you was Robin. He was
So we
he was
advise
past the house.
business transactions.
Pass out.
And
He would
Oh,
stop
yeah.
looking and say, listen, I look at this deal that I might
I just got a notification.
get, you know, this
Oh, I got
factory or
notification, so I
this
just- I thought he was
person
probably
was
sleep on the
interested
bus.
in industrial real estate.
I'm proud of
And
him.
he would participate and then
He turned
he would
into a man.
participate.
What a
Responsible to him.
Sorry,
He
man.
was talking to him.
Alright, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna pause this real quick.
So the street was telling what to do.
Real quick. That's all I needed from y'all. Thank y'all.
Was telling the clairvoyant what he found something about reading the moons and the stars, you know.
Now, what was the term you used for his title, this man?
Clairvoyant.
Oh, clairvoyant.
Clairvoyant. Yes, and it was interesting. This person stood up. I had he says the master says to the clairvoyant. This lady and her husband brought in astrologer, you know, bundle of money. He said this is the deal, and he works at only on percentages. Only percentages. He doesn't work for a set amount of money. Only percentages of what the people owe money. So he said they brought me a substantial amount of money. And they were very happy with it. I thought that was very reasonable. But then my guide, who's better, says, ask them when they're gonna give you the other $1,700 that is really good. And he says to the folks, I would like to know now before we leave here, when will you have the $1,700 to give me? That makes up my part of, you know, rightful part of that. The deal. The wife fainted, and the husband says, we'll have the money for you in 24 hours. So that was this type of priest.
So he was thanking the demons for helping him to know that.
Oh yeah.
At what point did this demon worship start to affect you personally, Roger?
Well, it wasn't too long that the priest mentioned to us that the time had arrived for us to start trusting the spirits and give the spirits a chance to work for us. And there was a number of gifts that you could choose from. See? And I was the horse. Not knowledgeable at all. We used to go to bookies, you know, with the horses often, but I said, hey, I would like you to be able to, for the spirit to instruct me on the numbers and the name of the horses that's going to win, you know, at Belmont or some other racetracks like that. Make us a little money. The priest says, it'll be given you. And sure enough, one night whether I fell into a trance or dreamed the thing, I don't know exactly what happened, but I saw 3 races that were really gonna pay big. And these horses were dummies, you know what I mean? They were not really good horses.
Alright, so
They were
listen.
like one horse big.
I'm going to do a second part because I have to call this man and find out if he got his lady's carpet. So I gotta call this guy, see if he got this woman's carpet for her dad. yeah, take a look at that. I hope they don't strike it, but I mean, I'm gonna let them know that I'm saying it now. It's fair use. You know what I'm saying? All that bullshit they be trying to pull, whatever. But it's fair use of content. You should be able to use it. But I hope they don't. But if not, y'all can see it right there. It's right on what is it, Zendris? And yeah, I mean it get deeper than that, but it's crazy. Like it literally, it's crazy, y'all. So I just wanted y'all to hear some of that. What I'll do is when I get back later on, I'll do the second part, so y'all can check it out. But yeah, this is what's and this is from the 70s. So you know. So you tell me. Let me know what y'all think about that. I gave y'all a good old 36 minutes worth of wickedness. But just understand this, that they have to keep this, how can I put it? There's a certain lie that's being taught, right? It's a lie that's being taught. They have to keep this lie going. So what's happening is they're gonna tell you the truth on some aspects, but then on other aspects, they're gonna lie to you because they don't want you to know. You know what I mean? They don't want you to know certain things. So, you have to be the one to be able to pull the fruit and the meat off the bone and understand what this man is telling you. Alright? Alright, I just wanted to put that out there to y'all. Again, if you want to donate, my Cash App is $Greg A29. Matter of fact, let's do this. Alright. That's my bow and arrow y'all saw on the wall. Let's do this. It was in September. Did I do the age rate count? Yeah, I did it. Yeah, look at that. Made a little 7,500 that in September. I forgot about that. Alright, this is my Cash App. If you want to donate, my Cash App is $Greg. Don't you dare say anything about my nails. I'm a hard-working man. A29. And that's my Cash App. I would really appreciate it. I don't care what you donate. You can donate a fucking quarter. I don't care. You know, everything counts. Everything. I'll just show y'all my little humble boat. So this is my upper TV. See how big it is? Yes. And this is my, that's my junk up there that I threw up there. This is my speakers. This is my 3D wall with my light. That's my security system. As I get closer, you'll be able to see. Yeah. More speakers. I can't really show you that room because of my piggy ass kids. Right, dirt balls? Right. Yeah. Well, this actually lights up. It's y'all probably seen that off of Timo. This is my bow and arrow. Yeah. This is parts of my fish tank right here. I ain't finished. My sumps. And these are my babies. Their names are fishies. See all the fishies I got? Look at the floating mountains like on Avatar. Y'all like that, don't y'all? Y'all like how I did that, don't y'all? I know. Don't hate. Yeah. Here, look at look at that motherfucker. He caught what is that called? A bronchius fish or something like that. Yeah. I got some sharks. Here go my shark. Yeah. And I like to do like the blue light. I had to put tape on it because the ship kept falling. But I like the blue light because of my glowfish. These little guys. Yeah, but they greedy asses. Look, they think I'm gonna feed them. Look at them. Yeah, but so yeah, y'all. This is my little humble abode, and that's my dog's bed right there. I mean, I could show my kitchen. It ain't that bad. My son didn't put the bag in the closet, of course. Yeah, and so I make my own work shirts. Like I press them. You know what I'm saying? I do my own shirts. And look at my phone. Y'all remember these? Y'all remember these? And yeah. So so I'm supposed to be having movie night with the kids, and this is my Lionel train set. You can't really see it, but yeah. And these are my amps. So these are my Bose amps. Let me see. Okay, my dimmer down. Alright, I mean, it ain't like my house dirty. It could be. It might be dirty. Alright, so yeah, see my train set? Yeah. And these are my Bose amps. So this is how this is, right? So my bottom amp, sub, and my subwoofer, one subwoofer. So one amp take one sub, the other amp take the other sub. The third amp does mid bass, and mid bass. So the PRVs with that round speaker, that's all mid bass on both sides, right? Then this amp does upper mid range and tweeters. Boom, upper mid range and tweeters. And then my crossover, my EQL, and my what do they call that? My preamp. I couldn't think of it, y'all. Sorry. And this is my shofar, and this is my indigenous flute. Well, like because we indigenous. Yeah. So, and this is my TV. This is how wide my TV is. From that edge to that edge. That's how big my TV is. Just like in my room. And this is Ziggy. Alright, this is my my automation. Right? So let y'all see all the shit I got on here. So let me see if I can do this. Yeah, look at that. All this stuff is automated. Closet light, bedroom lights, all this stuff. All these are all the cameras. My thermostat. Yes. Alright. And the good thing about this is, y'all, you can watch YouTube. I know my hair's a mess. You see what I'm saying? And what I do is sometimes I'll send it through the speakers. Like you can watch YouTube. You do a lot of shit on this job, bro. You can go on the internet. She tells you the weather. Yeah, like she talks shit to you. And this is my little picture frame that I'm revamping. Not picture frame, but mirror frame. What y'all think about this? My paint job so far. So I'm leaving the gold, but I'm doing this pretty blue with the black on the outer edge. So I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna leave this gold, but the top, so I'm gonna do that black, and the inner edge, black. But what do y'all think about it so far? Am I doing a good job? I hope so. Yeah. So, yeah. And look at all my work clothes on the couch. Ain't that nice? Fontaine. So, somebody's trying to be like their dad, huh? I have the right to throw my coat on the couch, not you, turkey. Stop trying to be like me. Alright? Alright, y'all. I gotta go. Because the lady's calling me. Alright, y'all. Shalom.